no. Let me turn this off. What's going on, y'all? Where have y'all been? Where have y'all been all these past days? I haven't seen y'all in so long, since Friday and the little live went away. What happened to that live? I have no idea. I was thinking, you know, maybe I said something in there. I don't know what happened to it. Who knows? Who knows what happened to the live feed that we did on Friday? And I was going to do one on Monday, but listen, I'm trying to catch up with the Game of Thrones. I'm in season 4 now, and Joffrey is fucking dead. Yes! I'm so glad. Hi. I'm so glad he's dead. I can't. He is like the epitome of male fragility. I mean, it's a lot of shit, a lot of ego killing going on in the Game of Thrones. A lot of ego, a lot of male ego, you know, being bruised, and then people being raped or killed as a result of it. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But yes, Joffrey's dead, honey. And I was waiting for his damn head to blow up. His veins was popping out his head so much. I was like, what? Who gave? When he started coughing, I was like, oh, somebody. He could. You're my cupbearer. No, nigga. And of course, is Tyrion. I can't get all their names. I'm getting their names, but he's my favorite. I'm gonna tell you who I like so far. I actually like some people who should probably like. I have a love-hate relationship with Cersei. I think Cersei is a bad bitch. I think she is a bad motherfucking bitch. Now, I don't know if she is as bad as Daenerys, because Daenerys has been taken over. And it's funny because the juxtaposition between both of them, it's like she's conquering all of these, you know, towns or cities or whatever they're conquering, towns or villages. She's conquering all of these villages without really doing harm to people, just harm to the people who are causing harm to other people, which I was like, okay, you an admirable bitch. But we'll see. You know, I know I'm only in the fourth. What episode am I on? I can't remember. Let me see, honey. Let me see what you're doing. Let me see what you got going on. Let's see. Yes, here we are. Finally, you put me first. Baby, it's you. I'm trying to get some gas, y'all. I haven't left the house, really. I mean, I did leave the house on Saturday. Let me not lie. I left the house on Saturday. I'll tell you what me and my son did. I think you guys probably saw a picture on the community section. But we did like let me get my money. We did like a what they call forest bathing. It's some Japanese tradition where, oh my God, I saw that man at the park. I hope he doesn't see me. Oh my God, I hope he does not see me. I went to the park yesterday. Why am I hurting my head? I went to the park yesterday, and you know, I was sitting down smoking and drinking my coffee, and just I don't want to get out of the car because I don't want that man to see me. He was a little too aggressive for me. He was like, oh, he stood like in the sun, like I was sitting in the chair facing the sun. See, it's not safe for us, for women, and it's more dangerous to reject a man than to actually have a conversation with them. Oh my God, that man was in that car right there. Okay, did he drive by? He did. He kind of stopped at the window. He was walking his dog. I forgot what the dog's name was. He told me the dog's name, and the dog was 9 years old, like a poodle. He stood in the sun, blocked the sun, and he was like, oh, my name is Pablo. He extended his hand. He was like, and I had my phone, like, you know, looking at my phone while I was, you know, relaxing in the park, and he was like, oh, are we about to exchange numbers? And I had to fake like, I was like, no, I'm on the phone. I'm not, you know. Yeah, and you got to be nice, because these motherfuckers will kill you if you reject them. I'm dead serious. But his motherfucking ass was getting gas right here. I was so, honey, and he kind of slowed down right here. I'm hoping he didn't recognize me, because he was like, so are we going to exchange numbers? Because I had my phone out, and he had his phone out. You know, he was walking, and I was like, no, I'm on the phone. We're not exchanging numbers. He was like, oh, I was just kidding. And then he just kept on walking. Child boo. I'll be right back. Oh, the alarm went off, so stop the recording. That's video. Oh, you know Peter. Y'all know is 50 years old, and he has his 11th child on the way with his 6th baby. And she's 19 years old. How the fuck are you 50 years old in any fucking frequency of a 19-year-old, you fucking predator-ass scoundrel? That shit is fucking gross. It's disgusting and it's sick. Another motherfucker, just like Cardi B told his ass, all you do is you a washed-up rapper who fuck bitches' lives up. That's all you do. That's what you're known for, nigga. Fucking bitches' lives up. That's all. Ugh. So disgusting. I was so disgusted when I read that yesterday. And first of all, how that, I just don't understand. Where are you going as a 50-year-old man to be in contact with any teenager who is not your child? Unless you're a goddamn basketball coach or some shit. I thought that was so fucking gross. So gross. You 50 years old and you got a 19-year-old pregnant. First of all, bitch, head down to the damn thing. The heartbeat bill won't pass until next year. Go down wherever the fuck you are. Go down to wherever the fuck. Come on, you gonna let me in? You're not gonna let me in, I'm just going in. Shit, I don't got time to wait for you ignorant ass motherfuckers. You in a Camaro, your dick is probably tiny as fuck. So, yeah, so I like Cersei. I do like Cersei. I do have a love-hate relationship, but I like Daenerys. That's what we was talking about. We was talking about Game of Thrones. So, yes, I love Tyrion. I love, when I tell you I love that, I love how he is kind of the black sheep. I love that. I love the fact that he's sarcastic as fuck and witty as fuck. I love that shit. I love that shit. And when he told Cersei, the day is gonna come where you are, what did he say? I want to get the quote right, but he told her the day is gonna come where you are experiencing joy, and I'm gonna take look at the crow. I'm gonna take the joy. The joy is gonna turn to dust in your mouth, baby. When she was screaming and Joffrey was convulsing and shit coming out of his mouth, the way that his head was like, the way he was like, I don't know if he was trying to breathe or what they were trying to, what was trying to come across there. But I thought his head was going to blow up. Have you ever seen that movie Scanners? It's an old movie that I remember sneaking into a movie theater in Southgate with my brother. A little girl, I was little. And this man, all I remember is this man's head just got all of these veins in him and his head just blew up. The movie is called Scanners. It's an old movie. But yeah, who else? Sansa. I'm rooting for Sansa, but you stupid. How the hell you gonna run off with that man? You don't even know who that man is. Cause he gave you a necklace? You don't know who this man. These niggas is out here raping bitches. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And y'all know it. Y'all know. But she played the role to get out of. It seemed like he was obsessed. Joffrey was obsessed with her, but it wasn't really with her. It's just tormenting her. He was a sick motherfucker. Like that embodiment of that male ego is like male fragility on 1,000. He knew he wasn't shit. First of all, let's really get down to the nigga. You wasn't even the king. Okay, let's talk about that first. Shit. That's why your demon ass, because you're a product of incense. That's why your ass was a little demon. I was like, oh, that is an awful man. And then Shay, I'm sad. I feel sad for Shay, the sex worker who is Tyrion's girlfriend. I feel sorry for her. Daenerys is going through tearing niggas up. I'm here for it. But okay, so the guy, okay, this is what I'm talking about. The guy that is her trusted advisor, I don't trust him. I do not trust that man. Oh, what is that in the street? Oh shit, it was something big as fuck. His guts was out in the street. Anyways, so yeah, so overall I am enjoying the Game of motherfucking Thrones. And shout out to the Rivers Photo who let me use her HBO Now password, and I've been watching it because I'm able to watch it on Fire TV. It's just having to find a link for these older episodes is getting difficult. So thank you for that. I have until a certain date to watch as much as I can, and I appreciate that. Shout out to you, girl, because that really really is making it really easy to get through these episodes. And the fact that they have like the writers talking like after the episode, which I love that, because I'm like, okay, I can, you know, I see their perspective. There's some things I still don't quite understand. I don't understand why the little Starks boy's eyes and the other Wilding's eyes turned white. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me anything about nothing. I love how I kept saying I wanted Joffrey's head, and y'all was like, just wait. I wanted his fucking head to blow up. When he I said, oh yes, this is it, bitch. I was so happy. I have never been so happy to watch somebody die in my life. I was like, oh my God. But yes, and Daenerys' character is my favorite so far. It's my favorite. A lot of things, they have a lot of little funny, and Varys, is that his name? Varys. He is, he's fancy. I don't know that he's gay. I don't know if they made some, he was telling a story about himself that made it seem like he might have been intersex. I don't know why, because the girl put her hand down there and she was like, you're not something. I gotta go. That the one that the other sex worker that Joffrey shot those arrows into, that made me so sick. I was so, man, I tell you, I was so fucking mad when I saw that girl hanging there with them arrows in her. I was like, this motherfucker here. I really wanted somebody to kill him. Okay, I'm all here for the poison, and you know, the secret, we gotta figure out who killed it, because I really think it was Varys, is the guy with the bald hair, who I think is intersex, and Littlefingers. I think they're in cahoots with each other. Get Sansa out of there. But he kind of wanted Sansa there. He wanted Shay gone. So I don't know. I'm going. Littlefingers, his little beady eye motherfucker. I don't even trust how. Why are you so close to me talking to me like that? Get away from me whispering all the time. He's a scoundrel. I could tell. I could just tell he's a motherfucker. But I love the fact that I get to see the point of view of the writers, and I get to hear, you know, because I'm trying, you know, you get a different perspective or a better understanding, which I think is good, and which I really love the HBO Now feature. Who else do I like? And Arya, the little Stark girl. I love that she is coming into her warrior. She is a little warrior, honey. She is surviving out there with that man. What's his name? Craig said his name is Hound. I keep calling him a bounty hunter. I kind of like him too, and I'm so glad that he has not raped Arya. I'm so glad that he has not, you know, violated her in any way, because I'm just glad he doesn't, because these motherfuckers out here, I was like, these niggas is out of here. They crazy out here. But just like that prince who came from, is it Dorm? Is that what he was like, in battle, I choose one side, but in love, I choose both sides. I was like, yes, you better say it. And then he got, who did he get together? And he told them, where I'm from, everybody loves each other. Everybody, you know, basically everybody's fucking each other, but nobody is raping anybody, and there's no incest, or what he was saying, and they was looking, the damn what are they called? Lannisters. Jaime got his fucking hand cut off, and he saved that girl, and I don't know why. Seriously, do you think that lady loves him? The one that's like, she's kind of bushy, and she was in there with that bear. I said, oh my God, these men are ridiculous. If I was a woman in that time, we would have totally found some, you know, man who was down with the women, like maybe a gay man who was down with the women, to create some type of assassin community, because we're not dealing with and it would be all women and gay men. Okay, because what? No, I mean, the gay men wouldn't want to stay because it would be all women, but you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be no men, because they're awful. I said, these men are horrible. I ain't no different from the niggas today. I ain't no different from the motherfuckers today. But it's true, and it's sad to say, and I shouldn't laugh, because it's very true. It's very motherfucking true. They treat women the same way. The idea of marriage, the man, you're my daughter. Seriously, was like, I am not marrying that boy. The one that married Joffrey and her brother. How they wanted to marry Tyrion off to who? Sansa, and then Cersei off to, I don't know, his name started with an L. They were pissed. They were mad. They were like, but that's how it is. You're my daughter. I own you until I give you to another man. Period. That's it. You're property. But y'all want your daddies to walk you down the aisle and give you away. But anyway, so yes, overall, I am enjoying it. I am enjoying the I didn't know. I found myself yelling to slit his throat when Arya finally got her sword back and she came in contact with that man. I love how fate is bringing people together. I love that. And she said, what's wrong with your leg, boy? I said, come on, Arya, bitch. She put that damn sword through his ass and slit his throat. Slit his throat. That was good. It's good. So thank you all for actually encouraging me. Finally, I'm in the middle. I'm halfway through, y'all. So we're gonna get through it. Game of Thrones, I was like, okay, Game of Thrones, okay. They're ruthless. The women are ruthless. The men are ruthless. They do what they got to do. There's a lot of quotables in there that I was just like, I love Daenerys saying that, some of the people, they start to love their chains. All of these copper colored people who seem to be enslaved. But which I think, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. Are they referring to free people as communities who don't have a king? Because that's hella ironic for you to say we are free but we don't have a king. I mean, we don't have a leader, but we're kind of a lower class, but we're still free. I thought, please correct me if I've read that wrong, because I'm like, why do they keep calling these people free people? And is it because they don't have a king or a queen over them? But I love how Daenerys uses those dragons when she needs it. Oh, the dragon, the Dracarys, he snapped at her. There's still dragons, Khaleesi. I said, oh, okay. That's why I was like, oh, he snapped at her. He was eating. You don't mess with no damn animal while they're eating, girl. Don't you know? That damn dragon snapped at her. I was like, okay, dragon. So I don't understand why the people's eyes are rolling in the back of their head. The little Stark boy and the Wilding, whose eyes rolled in the back of his head. I don't understand. Don't explain it to me, please. I'll figure it out. But I don't understand what's going on. I figure he had a gift. I was like, he has some type of gift of foresight, and he can control animals. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because he's controlling those wolves, but that Wilding was controlling, I don't know if that was a falcon or eagle, whatever big bird that was nipping at those men's face. It's good. I love when Jaime and that other Tyrion's I can't think of his name, but he kills for him. I like the scenery where he was practicing, after he got his hand cut off, and where he was practicing. It was so beautiful. I was like, oh my God, look at all of these beautiful sights that they're creating. It's really good. I was like, this is really good. But it's still not lost on me that the motherfucking writers of the Game of Thrones has a show coming out called, developing a show called Confederate, which takes place in modern day America, but the South won the Confederate War. So they are developing that. Go look it up. It's called Confederate. So that's not lost on me that they're trying to do. I don't know what that is about, because I don't think that's anything that we need to probably see and ideas put into people's heads, but it's in development. So apparently they're going to be working on some Star Wars projects. So that's kind of been pushed to the back burner, but it's still being developed. Trust. So FYI. So whatever is going on with Magic Johnson and the Lakers. Okay, so Magic Johnson no longer works for the Lakers. He's not at whatever position he was holding in the Lakers. He no longer holds that position. He quit without giving a notice. He quit, did it like a little impromptu. This was a few weeks ago, but there people are still talking about it. And I was watching Magic Johnson yesterday, and I don't know what made me click on it, because I've only been watching it kind of, everything developed kind of in passing. But these stories that are coming out about how Magic Johnson was dealing with the players and the other employees, I am really disappointed, but it's expected. One of the things they said that he's mean to the employees. Now let me tell you something. I don't know. There's a lot of things about Magic Johnson that we could critique. He does not, and you know what, and we can't really say, because we don't know how people treat people out of, when no one's looking, right? We don't know what that looks like. But Magic Johnson does not strike me as someone who likes to fuck with people just to fuck with them. He said the people they were not used to being held accountable. I don't know what's going on with it. They were not used to being held accountable. So that is the reason why a lot, that people didn't get along. That happens a lot of times when you go under new management, or you get a new supervisor and they have a different style or a different approach or whatever to how they deal with situations. But the one thing that stuck out to me about these things that are being said about Magic Johnson, first of all, he said, I had never been in no HR office, so I don't even get down like that. But the one thing that stuck out to me was someone said that he was lazy. Now, when he said that, I was like, who the fuck called Magic Johnson lazy of all people? He said, I'm from a family of 8 children. There's no way in the world. He said, my father worked for General Motors. Is it General Motors or Ford? I don't know. He's from Detroit. Is he from Detroit? Where is Magic Johnson from? I don't know, child. I used to know a lot about Magic Johnson and Lakers and shit like that. But anyways, the thing is, how the fuck are y'all calling him lazy? That's the thing that I don't understand. Like, you can call him, but it's those other people in that position that didn't like him in there. They didn't like him in there. But he said, my father worked for GM for 30 something years. Never missed a day at work. You think I'm going to be lazy? I got 6 siblings. Did he say 6? There's no way in the world we could have been lazy. No way. And then he went on to flex and say how many champions. He said, then I went on to play for the Lakers, where I won, 5 or 6 championships. Then after that, I went on and created a $1 million business. And I'm a CEO of $1 million company. Who's lazy? I said, why are y'all? And I said, and look at all the accomplishments. And that's the one thing, that's the first thing they go to on that black man. Oh, he's lazy? I said, oh, okay. Y'all niggas ain't shit out here. Y'all are not shit. I was like, I didn't understand, of all things, to call Magic Johnson. Lazy is not a word for Magic Johnson. He seems to not. I've always said Magic Johnson was a little ignorant, like in terms of his he seemed to have a limited vocabulary back in the day. And I always used to crack jokes about how he used to say things that were grammatically incorrect all the time while he was commentating or something crazy. But no, he's not lazy. I rebuke that. He's not lazy at all. And who would call him that? That man has created an empire. Do you hear me? And you're going to say that he's lazy? And he's like, I've worked with the top companies and Fortune 500 companies and this and that. How the fuck you going to call him lazy? I was like, that's real ignorant, but expected. So what do y'all think about this whole Magic Johnson thing? Do y'all have an opinion on it or not? I'm sure some of y'all do. Some of y'all follow sports and stuff like that. I'm sure some of y'all have an opinion on it. And then this thing with Jason Mitchell. And how I read something that people on the Shy, 2 people on the Shy complained, and it wasn't until the complaints came from another project, the Netflix project, that they started taking the complaints about him being inappropriate with women. Like I said on the video on Friday, Jason Mitchell strikes me as a man who is not, by standards of beauty, typically what you would see in Hollywood. And he's one of those guys that you're like, okay, you wasn't really shit in school, nobody really fucking paid attention to you. Now you're the actor, and you have this, like an incel, you have this feeling that women are for you and that you can do whatever you want to these women. The fact that people knew is not surprising. I said on Twitter yesterday, please understand and be very, very clear. Everyone in Hollywood who can make decisions to end careers know exactly who the predators are. They know exactly who the scam artists are. They know exactly who the thieves are. Who the motherfucking executive who's skimming money off the top, sending little invoices in. Yeah, they know who the motherfuckers are. They know who they are. Trust and believe me. So the fact that people want to hold Lena Waithe accountable, and she should have came out, but she has some article a long time ago saying if she found out that anybody on any project she was working on was being inappropriate with women, they would be fired. And she hasn't said anything. I don't know why. I kind of see why it's important for her to say something, but I don't understand why people are holding her accountable, because yes, Shy is her project, but again, it's not on her own network. She's not distribution. She's not any of that. So it's like, what can she really say except for come out and denounce or say something like, I don't agree with this. You know, once we found out and this and that. But the fact that some showrunners are saying that people knew about him, it's not shocking at all. It's not, I'm telling you, it's not shocking at all. They know, just like everybody knew what Harvey Weinstein was doing. Everybody knows what these motherfuckers are doing. And what's unfortunate is that they are in positions of power and they're using, and so this young man, Jason Mitchell, has taken his newfound power and he's abusing it, because nobody looked at you before that, Jason. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real honest. And that is the reason why you feel that these women are for you and here for you and made for you, and you can talk to them, do whatever you want to them, because you feel like they are for you. And in 2019, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you do anything outside of what you've been hired to do to anybody on set? What the fuck is wrong with? And make sure you don't ever put that motherfucker in no love scenes, dirty bastard. Let me drive a little faster. I'm so busy running my mouth. I'm going 45 miles an hour. Yeah, I'm like, okay, that's not cool at all. That's not cool. But everybody knew, people know who the predators are in Hollywood, and that's just it. That's just it. Another video I wanted to talk about. Let me see. Oh yeah, so we went forest bathing. I forgot to tell y'all, but we went forest bathing. It's a Japanese name for it, where they talk about going into the forest and absorbing nature, becoming one with nature, sitting down, meditating, and then, finally becoming, breathing according to how nature is moving wherever you're sitting, like becoming one with nature. It was a wonderful experience. My oldest son went, but the youngest one did not want to go. He missed out. He wanted to go, but he had an attitude and he thought I was gonna, placate to him, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. You want to go? You said you wanted to go. It was his idea, and now all of a sudden you don't want to go. And I was like, okay, you don't have to go. But then it was funny, because after we went there, we came back home, and I was like, we were gonna go someplace else to the library, because they started their little summer reading program. And I was like, you want to go to the library? He's a reader. And I was like, you want to go to the library? He's like, yeah, we can go to the library. And then it was a surprise for him that they were giving away comic books to launch their summer reading program. He was so happy. I was like, oh, you glad you came? Oh, you glad you decided you wanted to come to the library? But we had fun. That was on Saturday. And then we just kicked around mostly for the other days, playing outside, driving around. Where else did we go? We went someplace else. I forgot. What else is going on? So I did want to talk about this video that's going around on Twitter of this boy. I want to say he's 16 years old. I think he said his age when he was yelling. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll try and post it here, but I'll try and post it here. 16 years old, standing kind of over this an adult, and he's yelling at this adult, cussing this adult out, calling the adult a punk. At one point I thought he called the man he's a white kid, and at one point I think he called the man a nigga. Like, I think he was like, fuck you, nigga. I think he said that, and I'm like, did he just call that man a nigga?
No more. Get on fucking video. A fucking 16-year-old kicks your fucking ass. Go. Fucking pathetic ass bitch. Go away from me. Please, leave. Call the fucking cops, bruh. Call the fucking cops. I don't give a fuck. Leave, please. You know I don't give a fuck.
You do, so stop being so crazy.
Oh, I do, huh? I do, huh?
Just stop. Please, now leave. Get out of my face,
fuck you, nigga. Fuck you.
Please.
Fuck you.
Please.
Fuck you.
Alright, let me go. I'm taking a shower.
I don't give a fuck.
Please, just
You ain't
go.
taking shit.
Just please.
You ain't taking shit.
Come on.
You ain't taking shit.
Dan.
What? Push him out.
No.
Yeah, push me out, pussy.
Just go.
Push me out, pussy. Push me out, pussy.
Go.
Push me out, pussy.
Grab your stuff and go to mom's.
Go.
Go in my bathroom.
Push me out, pussy.
I'm not gonna let you.
So,
okay, but he said he was going off and he was yelling, calling the man a bitch ass motherfucker and fuck you. I mean, he was going off. I'm cussing too much, but he was going the hell off on this man, and he had this man blocked in the bathroom, and the man was like, I need you to close the door. Let me close the door. He was not engaging. He was like, you don't even feel like this. He was like, yes I do, yes I do. And then they were like, we'll call the cops. He's like, call the cops, this and that. So the response, I am shocked to see the response from black folks, because the whole thing is, white parents don't discipline their children physically, and that is the reason why they behave in the manner in which they do. So, but I don't understand why an entire generation who was physically disciplined is still as fucked up as it is if whooping children worked. Anyway, so I was reading the comments about, I would have knocked his ass out. I would have done this. Ain't no way in the world I can talk to my father like this and this and that. He would have got laid out and all this stuff. You're talking about a 16-year-old boy yelling at a man, and you have no idea. There's no context to why he's yelling. You adults automatically assume when you see a child yelling at an adult that the child is being quote unquote disrespectful and needs to be disciplined, forgetting the fact that adults do fucked up shit to children. They do fucked up things to children. They say foul shit to children. You don't know who this man was. You don't know if that man had done something to somebody that he cared about and he was defending that person. You don't know if he was confronting his motherfucking abuser. You don't know. But everybody automatically resorts to the hierarchy parenting style that we've been parenting with. And does it work? It's too many motherfuckers in therapy to tell me that putting your hands on a child works in some capacity. It doesn't work. This one girl on Twitter, I would have knocked his motherfucking ass out. And then what? What would you do after you knock your child out? What would you do? How do you think then what? Then your child is going to resent you forever. Trust me. Trust me. Nobody, it didn't work for nobody. Beating somebody, hitting somebody, disciplining somebody outside of slapping the kid on the hand for, You don't want him to, that has to be a response to doing something that he's not supposed to do, slapping someone. But all that, I would have knocked his ass out. No kid can get in my face. You don't even know. These kids, adults ruin children. Children don't ruin children. They don't. You don't know why I was so mad at everybody. I was like, okay, I thought we was trying to break cycles out this motherfucker, but everybody wants to beat this disrespectful kid's ass. For what? What did he do that was disrespectful? Because he's yelling at an adult and you don't know why he's yelling at this adult? He's obviously pissed off for a reason. Instead of hitting him, why don't you ask him, why is he so upset? You don't know, that man could have been molesting him when he was a child. He finally got the balls to fucking confront the motherfucker. What if that man actually did something to that boy's mother and he was defending him or defending his mother? Y'all don't know. Every time somebody sees a kid yelling at an adult, you automatically assume that the child is being disrespectful, when adults, you motherfuckers, are disrespectful to children. And y'all think because you're an adult that you can disrespect a child? Fuck that. Fuck that. That is not right. I don't like that shit at all. Sorry, I got pissed off. I was just like, why is everybody on the side of the adult and they have no clue why this little boy is yelling at this man the way that he's yelling? I mean, he was mad. He's mad about something. Kids don't be mad for no reason. They don't act out for no reason. They don't shoot up schools for no reason. I said, that's what we're doing. We're gonna revert back to how our parents parented us with this hierarchy. You're below me, I'm smart, you're dumb, I'm big, you're little. Is that what we're resorting to? And that kids can't yell at adults when you know good and goddamn well adults be disrespectful to kids as fuck. Y'all got a disrespectful relative who says slick shit to children, says fucked up things, who think that because they're an adult they can talk to a child any kind of fucking way. Fuck that. That's not cool. That shit pissed me off. The responses is what pissed me off. I have no clue why that little boy, and then this man, that's a grown man. A black man said about this white boy, the 16-year-old boy yelling at this adult, that's a grown man. That is exactly how law enforcement sees our black boys, our 12 and 13 and 14-year-old black boys who their stature is bigger than quote unquote normal, and now all of a sudden they're grown ass men. Fuck that. Y'all don't do kids right. Adults fuck up kids, okay? Not kids. So obviously that kid was at his breaking point at whatever it was. Somebody, instead of that man was trying to close the door on him. I'm trying to take a shower and this and that. The little boy was like, call the cops. Call the cops. The little boy, 16-year-old, a little boy. That's a boy. That's not a grown man. That's not a young man. That's a boy. The same shit they used to shoot our little boys down. I could not believe I was seeing comments from black people talking about they would have knocked that boy out. They would have this and all of this. Oh, he's a grown ass man. That's a grown ass. That is not a grown ass man. That is a child whose brain isn't even fully developed yet, whose decision making skills aren't even developed, who is working on impulsivity all the time because his frontal lobe hasn't fucking connected yet. That's not a fucking man. Sorry, yo, I'm sweating and shit. Shit, that shit pissed me the fuck off. I was like, why are y'all responding to this? And these are black people. I know the boy was white, and I don't know why we take pride in physically disciplining our children. You're leaving a generation and generation after generation, and you think putting your hands on your child does help? It doesn't. It doesn't. I know folks joke about what they used to get hit with. That shit is not funny. Oh, I used to get hit with this. I used to have shit thrown at me. I used to get this broomstick thrown at me. I had to go out and get switches. My mom braided used to braid switch. That shit is not funny. It's not. It's not funny. It's not nothing to joke about. We are emotionally wounded people out here. And just because this idea that black parents have, oh, I physically disciplined you. Corporal punishment is what it is. I disciplined you physically. You turned out okay. No, just because your child is not strung out on drugs, just because your child is not on the streets homeless somewhere, just because your child is not seeking assistance from the state or any other government entity, does not mean that they turned out okay. Stop putting your hands on these motherfucking kids. Ask them what's wrong with them. Talk to them. Find out. You're no better. You used to be a child. I don't understand how adults grow up and you completely forget what it is to be a child. What's wrong with you niggas? I'm out of here, y'all. I gotta go. Protect your energy. Have a wonderful day. Take care of each other and keep your hands off these motherfucking kids. Ask them what's wrong with them. Why are they acting out? Shit. You should not, as a black person, take pride that you were physically disciplined and you turned out okay.